I would like this video to kind of function as a last call, meaning that if you're seeing this video a couple of hours after it comes out, maybe 5 hours, the rest of the day after it comes out, we're not going to be collecting any more donations for specifically buying food and medication here at the grocery stores. We're going to be making that cutoff just to let you know that anybody who will make a donation afterwards, at that point, it would just be to help us with costs once we arrive in Cuba. After the fees of PayPal, we raised about a total of $500, and we got about 1/3 of what we were supposed to get, and we just walked with it down to the dinghy. This is what about 250, no, or less than 250 USD looks like in groceries. And we still have to do more, of course. And I also want to speak about travel to Cuba in general. Travel to Cuba by people inside the US and by people outside the US is completely legal and possible. Our method of transport happens to be sailing, but you can also fly there. Americans often travel to Cuba legally by declaring that they're going for humanitarian reasons in support of the Cuban people. This is another way of saying basically that actually it is illegal to travel to Cuba for Americans to just lounge on beaches, to go for purely touristic reasons, but you can 100% legally travel to Cuba in support of the Cuban people. There's actually a list of 12 categories of legal reasons for traveling to Cuba that Americans should check out, that they should Google before they plan their trip there to make sure that they're following the ridiculous rules. As I spoke about in previous videos, the island is largely cut off from doing normal trade. Because of those restrictions imposed by the US government, Cubans have had to find creative ways, like exporting their medical knowledge and their doctors. And in that same manner, they are extremely enthusiastic about having people come to visit them to keep the economy flowing. The only way that this has changed in recent history is that the Trump regime recently tightened its grip even more on trade, particularly fuel, almost completely stopping shipments of fuel to the island, causing even more suffering than usual. There has recently been more hours of the day without lights on in the street, essential services without light, without power. So in short, just to reiterate, Cuban people want people to come to the island. They do not want to be isolated from the rest of the world, even more so than historically. They would very much like to continue offering goods and services to visitors.